Hi everybody, this is Noelle from Petitti Garden Centers, and I'm at Casa Verde. It is mid-March, not even really, and we are looking at Hellebores, or otherwise known as Lenten Rose, Christmas Rose, Snow Rose. There's lots of common names for them. What you need to know is that this is one of the best plants for your garden, for your shade garden, that is deer resistant and blooms for a very, very long time, and you don't have to do anything with it. So let me tell you a little bit more about these guys. What I have in front of me are a couple different varieties of Lenten Rose. What we've found in growing the Lenten Roses is that there are definitely attributes that you want to look for. One of the first things is you want to look for a flower that kind of comes upright and then looks at you, because a lot of Lenten Rose, they have kind of a drooping flower. So you're always walking into the garden and trying to lift their face up. So there are varieties called HGC Gold Collection varieties. And these varieties are fantastic. Not only do they have the upright flowers that look right at you, but they also have numerous blooms, and they keep coming and coming and coming from this plant, which is kind of unusual compared to the older varieties. They just set up one flower spike and go through the buds, and that was about it. So these guys are just wonderful. The other thing that you need to know, so I said shade garden, they grow really well in the shade. Flower, do their thing. They're one of the first flowering plants that come up right through the snow sometimes, and just look fabulous all the way through June, July. They still look like they're flowering, except their petals basically are just kind of dry and they'll fade, but they're still standing up there, so they look gorgeous. The foliage is semi-evergreen, very leathery, so it is awesome out there in the landscape too. Very big foliage, really cool texture. So again, great plant in the shade garden. What a lot of people don't know is you can grow the Hellebores in a sunnier spot. However, you have to make sure that they do stay in a moist soil, okay, a moist garden spot. So you have to be a little bit more conscientious about your watering if they are in the sun, but they will survive and they will do their thing for you. The reason that they're deer and bunny resistant, not only do they smell slightly, but they are toxic as well. So if they do get consumed by deer or bunnies, they'll learn pretty quickly that they won't want to eat those anymore. So they're a great plant to grow, especially here in Northeast Ohio, where we do have a lot of deer issues. What else do I want to say? They are long-lived in the garden. So you plant a Hellebores, the first year we talk about it sleeps, the second year it creeps, third year it leaps. These guys get to be maybe about 18 to 24 inches tall in height, but by the end of that third year, you have 2-foot width of your Hellebores clump. So they're really a nice, just really, I'd say strong textural plant out there in the landscape, good front to middle border, and really look gorgeous, you know, again, with your astilbes and your hostas and everything else that you can grow out there. So they really do a nice job of expanding and filling out. And what could be better than a flower that comes up, you know, very late winter, early spring, just surprises you with the color, makes you happy to go out in the garden again and just enjoy them. So I've got a couple of varieties here. I have Ivory Prince. Ivory Prince is probably the most compact, really floriferous, produces a ton of buds. Isn't quite open yet, but when it does open, it has kind of a creamy lime green and also like a blush color to it, really nice. Pink Frost is a beauty here. Nice dark stems, really nice blush pink and cream color on the flowers. Again, very floriferous. These guys over here are a new series we have. It's called Ice and Roses, and they're sort of an interspecific cross. So they're crossed between a snow rose and a Lenten rose. And the foliage on these guys is really, really large, probably about twice to 3 times as big as the others. Large flowers, taller stems, really, really beautiful. There's a white and there is this burgundy red here too. And they're just gorgeous. We're all falling in love with them. These just got planted maybe September, like last fall. So they're already productive, you know, really, really big and sizable plants. So we're really excited to grow them out in the garden and enjoy them.